And hello, everyone. Hello, hello.
Hi.
Hmm.
We live?
We's alive.
Hello, it's
I
your
just.
reader, Mr. Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, God.
No,
Are you going to
get
read as
out of
Jar
here.
Jar
Get
this
out of
whole
here.
time? No. No.
No, I'll read his Kermit the Frog, though.
Okay. Okay. I made the joke before, and now I feel like I have to say it. If you're going to do that, we got to change your name. You're going to be no. Your reading sessions, if you start doing Jar Jar Binks and Kermit the Frog, are going to be struggle velocity.
I have been debating I have been debating on for a
Idiots
while
doing
now
idiot
if I should
things because they're
change my
idiots.
Discord name to that. The only reason I have it is because a lot of people know me as Sonic,
Mm-hmm.
and like I think for some Discord servers I'm in, if I like actually change it, like oh you'll be like auto kicked, you'll have to rejoin or some for some reason. There's some technical reason behind it. I don't remember what servers that would apply, so I'd
That's
have to
so
like
dumb.
go
That's
and track
so
them.
dumb.
It is. So I think what I might do is I might just change the nickname for servers that is relevant to, and then
Mm-hmm.
also have like in parentheses Sonic, so people don't have to worry about changing it.
Gotcha.
You could
Yeah,
also
I
just
think
set
that's
the
the
specific server nicknames.
that's why that's what I meant. Yeah, because I've already had my email for it changed over, but for some reason, like it's still even when I'm streaming on my own channel, like the purple thing doesn't pop up. And I remember one time, Richie, you and Cody called me midstream. I think it was like Hitman or something. And like I'm in the middle of trying to, I'm doing a Hitman here. What guys? What are you doing? Like I'm gonna party and everything.
All right. So really quickly, I want to explain a thing. Shim is not here today because it's his birthday. Happy birthday, Shim.
Happy birthday, Shem! If
Happy
you're
birthday,
watching.
Shim.
It's very interesting that Shim and my younger brother have the same birthday.
Huh, small world.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, as you heard before, we are going to be streaming the last little bit of. Will do. I will tell him. So what's gonna happen is probably this weekend or a day when he's free. My brother and I were gonna go out to Korean barbecue.
Ooh,
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. It was either that or Famous Dave. So we were either going to do Southern barbecue or Korean barbecue. And I called him and asked him which he preferred, and he said Korean barbecue. And I can't blame him. I've only had it once, but I liked it. You know. Also, I want to try real kimchi again, not store bought nonsense. You know. Anyhow, I think we are good. Everybody, I think, is able to be heard. So we will be picking up with the final part of Volume 5. We'll be starting Volume 6 next week. It seems weird for us to do the end of Volume 5 and then immediately go into Volume 6 in the same stream. Because then it's like, well, this is odd for like titling the thing, everything. It probably means it'll be a shorter stream. And you know what? That's okay. It's okay if it's a shorter stream. We don't have to go 2 hours every time. This also means we could probably raid Joel.
And we could fuck around
Yeah, we can fuck around.
and find out.
Oh, that reminds me.
Not too much though. We want to raid.
Yeah, that also true. Also true. But the general vibe here is stuff is good to go. Oh, Fat Dog updates. Sonic, you start first because you're the one thing I don't know about that I can't plug. How are things coming with Data Live 2?
Data Life 2, we are currently, I don't want to give a percentage of this, but we are a good way through the vocal recording of pretty much everyone. There is one character we have to get cast that we are currently in the process of looking into. And our main character, Shido, has half of his lines recorded. Bear in mind, that's 140 lines in total, so half of that.
How big of a
But
freaking
everyone
script
else
did
is
you guys write?
a 22-page script.
My guy.
I told
Do you
you
know how
this.
long? Do you know how long that is?
Yeah,
Okay, like in the
we did
framework
more by the
of, like,
character. We did the
making it
we,
abridged. Oh man. Okay. I mean, thank goodness it's not episode 12 of LHA, but like, yeah, 24. That's pretty long. I did 2
no,
pages.
not 44. No, 22. No, not
No,
44.
no, 22. No. I did 40 something
okay.
for episode 12.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why the whole thing was like posture check. Okay, thanks, Sky. I'm not saying that second word, man. Like, you can't fool me. You're not getting me to say that word live on the internet. Nope.
What word? I'm not looking at the chat right now. I can't see it.
You try to get me to say
You
it?
gotta be my eyes.
Try to get me to say it? All right, here it is. Daddy. There you go.
Oh, okay.
I don't actually give a shit. It's just really funny. Hi, Sky Daddy. Thank you for throwing the posture check in there. I'm sitting a little bit better, but if I lean back and sit like I'm supposed to, you guys won't hear me because like this mic, the way it's set up, it's yeah.
It's actually a good thing I got my mic situation fixed because weirdly after I was finished with my recording, the arm clamp for it broke. Granted, this is like 4 years of use.
Oh yeah.
And luckily it was just the clamp, not the arm
Just get
itself.
good.
That was
It's that easy. Just get good. I mean, you spelled it wrong, but yeah, basically, Remuist Reverend. Oh no, we're not doing voices, man. All right, let's see. Let's see. Do we have the emote for it?
for
the
different
emote.
voices? I don't. It's
No.
been so long.
No. There's a get good emote. There it is.
Oh yeah. Okay.
There it is. Bah, 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 bah. Bah, 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 bah. There we go. Oh no, you're good. You're fine, dude. You didn't do it. Get good. There you go. There you
Hey.
go. There you go. Get good. There we go. Your spelling needs to get good. Oh, Dionysus is playing Helldivers too. Hell yeah, dude. Of course, Point Crow is playing Zelda. Yeah, that makes sense. That's what he's known for. He does a lot of Zelda like glitch runs and speed runs and stuff. It's very funny. But yeah, there we go. Okay, so quick update. Moon, you want to tell them what we did today in Solo Leveling World?
Yes, we started the process of cutting lines, so we're getting everything set up. We're almost there to the finish line of episode 2.
Yeah, we
Don't
will
you cut
start
my
cutting
lines.
lines.
Don't
We'll
you
start
cut my
cutting-
one line.
We're not cutting them out. We're cutting out the takes that we're choosing the takes we want.
I
That's
don't-
what you. How dare you?
Okay, I was gonna-
How
Don't cut my
dare
lines.
you?
Don't cut my lines.
It sounds.
It was
no,
only
no.
the one line.
Dude, it sounds really funny because the folders are called raw lines and then cut lines, and I'm just sitting there thinking like, oh, this sounds like drugs. I'm like, this is so bad. It sounds like drugs. Drugs.
Don't you
Anyway.
cut my drugs.
Don't you cut my drugs. So we're working on episode 2 of Solo Leveling Abridged. I've already got the thumbnail put together. So while we're cutting lines, I think tomorrow I am going to start cutting more of the scenes out that we need, so I can send it over to Carson, who's going to be our editor for this one. That way he doesn't have to go looking around for all the stuff, and I have everything set up. My whole thing is to just here's the scene, like make it really easy to do, to just have all of them set up and ready to go, and then we work it out however we want for the stuff. He showed me some really cool shoes that he's working on. Also, guys, you're gonna have to understand that Toradora takes priority. So, that's a happy dance there, Sky Daddy. And it's
Happy,
Vedal
joy,
and Neuro.
joy.
I'm sorry, Vettel and Neuro. But come on, Vettel Neuro. But nah, dude, I want to call him Vedal like Neuro calls him. But that's awesome. Thank you. I love that emote. That's so cool. All right. Last but not least, on our Konosuba Abridged one-shot, if all things go well, because all we have left is we're adding the last little bits of sound effects. Vedal. I know, just like yeah, exactly. Pronounce it Vedal because you know what? Out of the two of them, I trust Neuro more. She just seems more honest. If we're being 100%, if we're keeping it 100, Neuro just seems more honest than Vettel. Vettel's all in the shadows, hiding, and yes, it's because he's kind of like, the closeted femboy hermit, but seems right, right. Dude, that could be half of the show is just us talking VTubers. Speaking of VTubers, we are reaching out to quite a few thanks to our thanks to Fenris, who is our head of VTubing relations, and so we're trying to get VTubers to hang out and join us for voicing some characters in our abridged. So you're actually going to hear 4 VTubers technically in Konosuba upcoming. So we're just finishing up like the opening stuff where we show like opening credits and all that stuff. Oh no, 5! I forgot who we had voicing Krusty.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I can't
5
believe. Well,
VTubers.
he was like, I mean,
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Because
he was there before VTubing was like.
I'm used to thinking of him. I'm used to thinking of him as, a voiceover actor / writer before being a VTuber. So it's actually like trying to change up my my thought process on that. I keep forgetting that I'm in. Okay, you know what? I need to come over here to my, because you guys are posting that, and that's not fair. I want to post emotes, but like not the fat dog emotes. I want to post my own emotes.
I want to post the emotes I got from Discord Nitro.
I want to post my own emotes. Also, it's not often.
Where are you posting?
It's not often we get an active chat. It's so nice.
True.
Oh wait. Oh, hold on. You know what?
Hold on. If we're doing that,
I'm not looking at the book anymore.
Okay, so first off, I got Calvin's Sonic Dance, so we're gonna add that. And then where do I go? There's Fat Dog. There's Kyrie's.
Yeah, I was fixing to say, what all do we have?
Hi, Amy.
Chicken. We have butter, sour cream.
Chicken and butter. That's all you really need. Oh, okay. There we go. There we go. Bam, 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 bam. Okay. Bam. All right.
Hey, I'll be right back, guys.
No, you're good. Tricky. Oh no, there's Tricky. Yippee. There we go. I posted Hinya. I feel the Vita. Oh god, the The for Vita. No. So now,
I could do it too.
Vital means that we're bringing. Are we bringing Annie into this now? Yeah.
Don't forget
this
is what we voted for.
This is what America. We voted for. This is it. This is what we did.
Guns and hamburgers.
Okay.
I don't know why I have a sub to her. I gifted. Okay, let's see what else we got. Speaking, what's another one here?
I don't know why this Hinya emote right here looks like. Yeah, there's Mata. Yeah, the Beetle dance. It's great. Merc. Yeah, I don't know why it is that the Hinya Comfy looks like if Hinya was cosplaying as Gura, but I'm here for it. Okay, yeah, Leafy. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you can't forget the leaf.
You gotta have the Chief Leaf. You know what I say
Yeah.
to this? You know what I say to this, guys? I say GG.
I don't get it. Hold on. I gotta process I gotta load all the pronunciations for this stream,
Well,
and it'll probably a fail later will probably occur.
Maybe if you were at that level. But most importantly,
This isn't even my final form. And I go as Super Saiyan 3
can't
Kermit,
forget
apparently.
the leaf. Yes, the Chief Leaf. Leaf.
Renua, okay.
Wait. I can't remember if Leafy. No, okay. So Leafy voices for me in Solo Leveling episode 2, um, but
Oh.
not.
Oh, that's
She's
right.
not
I remember
voicing.
seeing that.
She's not. I don't believe she's voicing for me in Konosuba.
I feel
If,
bad.
if you're
'cause
familiar, if you're familiar with our older stuff, hi, I'm Richie. I'm the jerk that wrote Log Horizon Abridged, and I directed the last 2 episodes, and I assistant directed all the ones before that. So yeah. I also voice. I am also the voice of an evil overlord AI as well. Um, it is. It would be a dream come true. Revan, I hereby state I would be menu the entire time if I got to do a collab stream with Neuro or Evil, like AI to AI. Absolutely. It's not like I don't have
Yeah.
a giant freaking 12 episode lore. Yeah.
I told you Menu would come
No,
back.
Neuro Sama and Menu Sama. It's the best stream ever. I'm just saying.
Who
Just
would win
saying.
a death battle?
Oh, hail Lord me. No! it's so much
Get
worse.
ready for an AI battle.
And then obviously Sasuke Minyusama. God dang it. And then yeah, also, you know, if you're hearing that voice, I'm the Great Sage in Slime. I write and direct for that. There's a lot of stuff. I am writing and directing for Solo Leveling, starting with episode 2. I co-wrote episode 1, our pilot episode. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. And then Sonic does a lot of voices for us, and he is writing and directing for the Data Live Abridged series that we have going on right now. Yep.
Working on
And-
Toka's episode.
And he had to walk away for things. Oh, he's back. He's back.
Guess who's back?
Guess who's back?
Back again.
Genu's back.
Tell a friend. No, seriously, go tell his friend.
Hold on.
He misses him. Go tell Shem. He misses him.
Happy birthday, Shem. Yeah, Shem, who is our Soe, is not here today. It's his birthday. But yes, Moon, who just showed back up, is our
Sama's
Minyu's back.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I told you.
But-
The internet will
Moon-
deny you.
Moon here is the voice of Genu for our Solo Leveling Abridged series. He's also the co-writer for it and the AD, the assistant director. We wear lots of hats here at Fat Dog because you're kind of forced to learn, like on the
I'm
fly.
learning how to direct on the fly.
learning
kind
on the
of.
job. Learning on the job is a very important task that you learn here at Fat Dog Studios, Production Studios. That reminds me, I don't know too much about it, but I can say that there is now officially a 3rd original series that we're getting, that we're working on at Fat Dog Studios. Like, so many people look at Fat Dog and they're like, you're an abridged group. We're like, yes, but also no. We're technically a production studio that does abridging content right now. A 3rd.
It's time to
right?
branch out a little.
Okay. Last but not least, want to do a quick shout out because it's kind of important to our Patreon. We have content up on our Patreon. We have a production server with the top 3 tiers on our Patreon. Yeah, well, yes, but actually, yes. No. Yeah, it's one of those. But we have our top 3 tiers on Patreon get to join our production server as either backers, producers, and executive producers, and our execs get shouted out in the comments. Our producers would too if we had anybody in the producer tier, but unfortunately, at the moment, no. But we're not trying to break somebody's bank or hurt their wallet. You can join for as little as $1 and still get early access to all of our content when it's ready and not have to wait for YouTube to get its stuff together as far as the copyright nonsense and realize it's all parody and fair use and let us actually put the daggum thing up on our channel. So if you want it early, Patreon is an option. We do have some stuff for free patrons, but it's not a lot. But most everything is available to our paid patrons. And of course, we're no longer doing the tiered system of release on Patreon. It's like, hey, if you're if you're this tier, you get it, and then like the next day, this tier get. No, we just release it for all of our paid patrons at the same time. It's all. Yeah, hate YouTube copyright. Yeah, we call it. We used to have. Explodacy used to do a show called Fat Dog Wrestling, and we had a character on there called CP Wright, which is literally just copyright, and we would actively root for him to get the crap beat out of him. It was very silly. But that being said, yeah, Carson's also working on Toradora. We've got new episodes of S.H.I.E.L.D. coming up. I can't wait to do some voice work for that because S.H.I.E.L.D. is really, really fun. And yeah, a lot of those shows need to get some love. But we also set it up. Yay! More neuro. More neuro. The Vettel dance. Vedel. But yeah, we have plugged Shield Hero is such a banger. I mean, season one is season one was the only thing I watched. I've not heard good things about season 2 and season 3. Not heard the greatest of stuff about it, but they're saying it is better than season 2, and I'm like, okay, cool. But our abridged, I think, is really good. So, there we go. That being said,
I feel like with episode 2 of Data Bridge, particularly, we kind of got our footing with episode 1. Episode 2 is really where I feel like we're gonna take.
Yeah,
off.
I've voiced a couple of characters. I've voiced a couple of characters so far in our Shield Hero Abridged. One of them being I was known as Thug with Standards. I was an ass thugs with standards. You know, that guy. And then I voiced B Rabbit. So
I was
God
the
rest
voice
B
of
Rabbit.
Raftalia's dad for that little bit.
yeah, you were Raftalia's dad. There you go. And then freaking what's it? Oh, I can't say who I'm gonna be, but I got a new character. Yeah. Coming up in episode 4, or I'm sorry, episode 5. I think 4 is already out. I think we're on 5 now.
Is
correct?
he also gonna die?
I don't know. I haven't gone. I don't know enough about what happens in season 2 to know if that character dies or not. I can't talk about it publicly because we haven't said anything yet publicly. There's been no public announcement. God rest B Rabbit, indeed. Dude, coming up with all the parody lyrics for Eminem stuff is not easy. I'm just saying. Like, M is ridiculous. I have nothing but respect for him. All right. That being said, let's go ahead and get started. This is the last bit of Volume 5 of Mushoku Tensei. This is still Season 1 content, so if you've watched Season 1 and 2, you're fine. Absolutely no spoilers on this. Volume 6 will be the last bit of content for Season 5, or for Season 1. Jesus. For Season 1, and then 7 through 12 will be Season 2. Yeah. So I think next week is when we're going to get into it, and yeah, if we get done early, then we get done earlier. We'll probably raid Joel over checking out what he's doing. It looks like he's playing Dread Delusion, so we'll raid Porcelain May. Season 5, let's go.
Yeah, we're all gonna
Remember,
have like
6 seasons in a movie.
Yeah, we're gonna everyone here. We're like, because like every time he gets ready, he's like, "Oh, your dick's gonna go from here to here. You can't see what I'm visually showing, but
And
it's
if
like
you follow, did you know that if you follow, your dick will grow 3 sizes?
yeah, he said that mesh when I was watching him earlier. I'm pretty sure he said that like 5 times.
Dude, no. The funny part was when he had to do the wholesome stream where he wasn't allowed to curse or make sexual references or anything, and so he was that part when he gets rated, he's like, "Did you know that if you follow, you will gain 3 inches to your height?" It's like he had to change it. I'm a pretty cool
3
guy
inches.
that died and my soul was placed in the body of a pretty cool female doll. And I'm like, oh my god, it's so funny.
Of a really
Just
pretty
hearing
female
the
doll.
censored version of that was really cool. Just very funny. But yeah, Sonic is going to. It's just a different height. Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah. Slightly different height.
You're a little
One
bigger.
It's still the same amount of inches. It's just one a different area of the body grows. Maybe it's the torso. Maybe it's your legs. You know, it could be other places. You never know. Why?
Maybe
why
you get a
am
longer neck for whatever reason.
I don't know why
Your
I was
nose.
I don't know why I was on a
Yep,
Gura
dude.
binge today, but like I watched a bunch of like old Gura clips, and one of the ones I saw was the person saying they got a tattoo of Gura, and they were like, "Oh, where did you get it? Please tell me you got a you got a tattoo. This is Gargura. I have her on my left butt cheek and on my right butt cheek. This is Amelia Watson." And then somebody in chat was like pointing to
Why?
the void.
Okay.
Somebody in chat said pointing to the void, and they're like, "No." They're like, dude, because Gura's an absolute troll. That's what she does. She trolls. It's always funny. It's like Gura's great. If you don't think Gura is a good luck charm, might I suggest checking out the LA Dodgers and asking them what it is got to do the mouth with the book. No, they like so Gura open mouth. Yeah, there you go. But no, like the LA Dodgers literally have a bunch of Gura merch as good luck charms now because baseball players are super superstitious. And of course, as we've reported on Anime Church before, Gura sang the seventh inning stretch, and the Dodgers were losing, and then they came back to win, and then from that point onward, their season took off. And Gura is now apparently the big online reason that the Dodgers won the World Series last year. I love it. It's great. It's good stuff. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Sonic, you're reading tonight, so we have this last little bit, and take it away.
The name's Gustafa. I'm a humble information broker living in the city of.
Sorry.
Excuse me. I haven't even had dinner yet, but okay. Living in the city of Eris, capital of the kingdom of Azura. When I say humble, that doesn't mean I've got a low opinion of myself. It's fair to say I'm damn good at what I do. In fact, it's fair to say I'm pretty damn good at what I do, in fact. For the right price, I can find out anything you want to know about anything that took place inside Asura's border. I can read. Borders. One day not too long ago, don't clip that, I happened to catch wind of a certain rumor. It went something like this. The second princess, Ariel Asura, had been murdered by some unknown assailants while en route to enroll at the Renoa University of Magic. Clever boy that I am, I quickly realized that this bit of news was a bit deliberately spread around the city by Prince Gabriel, Ariel's most bitter rival. About a month earlier, Ariel had left Eris. Prince Grable?
Yeah, I think it's Prince
what?
Grable. Is that
Grable?
not how it's
Okay.
spelled?
It's I see it more as like grab because that's how it's spelled grab and then L.
I don't
Grabble.
think it's Grabble. Just to be on
with the E,
safety,
it makes
just for the safety,
Grable.
we'll say Grable because saying
You know what?
Grabble
Fair.
provides kind of an innuendo there. Let's just say.
Or if you're just doing the gibberish thing, like grabble.
Grabble. By the way,
Grabble.
because you burped right as he started, I posted Hinya F's in the chat.
Yeah, every time I think if we ever do like a job as a bridge, it's gotta be grabble.
Grabble.
They make grabble noises.
No, that's how he laughs. He's like grabble.
grabble. Oh, so this is One Piece then.
No. Oh,
Everyone gets a
no.
unique laugh.
Well, technically, we don't need
No.
to. God damn it! Shut up, Frieza.
Make sure the pronunciation.
Just come
is
up.
real quick,
Shut
so I
up,
don't
bitch.
mess them up.
the One Piece is real. I have seen it
Ours. Okay, I'm not crazy with that.
at the swimming pool. I've seen many a One Piece.
I still believe that is the
I
One
still
Piece.
believe-
It's just a One Piece swimsuit.
It's just a swimsuit. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's the One Piece, and that's why you think they're laughing. Like after all this,
the entire time it turns out it's not a swimsuit. It's just a big green morpho suit.
Hmm.
or it's like a onesie pajama kind of thing, you know?
yeah, it's as long as anything that can fall into the category of a One Piece whatever. That's what the One Piece is.
It's one piece of toast.
I mean, think about it this way: in One Piece, have you ever seen anyone wear a One Piece swimsuit?
Yes.
When? I'm asking genuinely here.
Oh, okay. I've seen it in background characters around Water 7.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what
Well,
if it's a
I mean,
school swimsuit or
Oda-
something? I don't know.
That's still a one piece suit. That's
Yeah.
still a
Yeah,
one
but
piece
does anyone wear a
swimsuit.
One Piece swimsuit? That still works. The theory still lives.
My dude. The reason Oda doesn't put his main characters in one piece swimsuits is because Oda understands you got to show the skin.
Yes.
You got to show the skin.
Mhm.
And you know what? Oda can draw some titties. That's where we're at. All right, moving on. We got to
More
get
like
back to
man can
Grable.
draw some fucking curves.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
Grable's over here like, can I get back to my story, please?
Well, to be fair, the reason why Nami gained so many curves is because of his wife.
Hmm.
Because his wife was a Nami cosplayer, and she's curved.
She is bodacious.
So
She
it's
is.
more of like. to
Oh,
be
does the
more
titty goat?
He
I
had a
didn't go
re-
that far. I didn't say who's the titty
Dude,
goat. There's definitely
Idiots
more
doing
titty
idiot
goats.
things because
God
they're
damn
He
it.
wanted to
idiots.
make the cosplay more accurate.
You shut the hell up, Revan. Idiots doing idiot things because they're idiots. Look, this is a good conversation topic. Okay, we're talking about titties. What is
I
wrong
don't know.
with
We were talking
titties?
about Grabble earlier.
Grabble.
Grabble.
Yorichi enters the conversation. We start talking about titties. Here comes Yorichi. That's great. Hey,
Like,
CJ.
go back to Bleach. This isn't the right series.
Good. It's. Good.
I mean, we
It's
love
very
you, but
subjective here. Titties are important, people.
Look, I don't deny that they are. I'm just saying. There are places for them. They got to go to their respective series.
Yeah, no. There are places for titties. In my hand, in my mouth, places.
Last week's stream. Mm-hmm. Don't never forget last week's stream.
What happened last week's stream? I don't know what you're talking about.
Rudius couldn't get his eyes off of that one lady who,
Oh.
who like wore the bikini armor.
His Gremory as well. There you go.
It was like a
Titties.
gravitational pull or whatever. I don't know what the quote was. I don't know. I don't remember the quote exactly, but
I love that Beetleheart follows titties. That's great. Yep. That's good stuff. All right,
No, that's
let's
fair.
continue on.
all right.
God damn it.
At least he did it before I started reading.
Yes. Listen,
You get
I blame the
two. You
potatoes.
get two of those, and I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna.
If you can
I'm gonna
find me.
I'm gonna find the second the assassin of the second princess Ariel. I'm gonna be like, hey, this guy as well. How much you want that guy over there? Anyway, about a month
I was supposed
earlier.
to say, I was like, my guy, you don't want to contact the assassin of Princess Ariel simply based on the fact that you've seen season 2. You know she didn't die.
Oh, that's
Must have done a
right.
terrible job then.
Yeah.
Well, this is just the story. Well, this is Gustafa. Like I'm playing Gustafa, right? I don't know. Anyway, bit's over. New bit. We're moving on. But about a month earlier, Ariel had left Azure. Ours.
Asuna.
Hold on. Oh, ours, and then what was it? Ostensibly to go study abroad. Yes, I had to go look up. I made sure to look up the pronunciation of that. It is what it is. Her departure had been a quiet one, given her popularity with the citizens of the capital. Any attempt at a grad farewell parade might have gotten totally out of hand. This supposedly was why she slipped out of the city in secret. Oh god, I didn't look this one up. Her retinue? Is that right? Did I say that right? Did I guess that one right?
You mean her
Retinue?
retinue?
retinue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, her retinue, including both guards and attendants, numbered only 17.
There we go.
This was a very small escort for a royal princess.
This
but
is Sonic looking up the words.
yeah, like names and like very like ostensively, like yeah.
I love that illiterate reading stream. Let's go. Like yeah.
Yeah. When we do chat, I'm doing the read. I try to like keep track of what words on the page. Like, okay, I should probably
appreciate
look
that,
this one up to
dude.
be
I
safe.
appreciate. Hold on.
But some of them I missed, like Retua or whatever.
Retinue. What's
Retinue. Thank you.
Retua?
I don't know. You tell me.
Suddenly Hawk Tua?
What is with the writers and deciding to like have these really smart sounding words that no one uses on a daily basis?
I mean, it's your fault for not studying.
I didn't know where I didn't know what chapter we were reading. In fairness, I thought we were on 6 already. Anyways, but since it included both the infamous playboy Luke Notus Greyrat and the highly
Notos.
Notos? Oh, I thought I said that. Oh, dang it. Notos Greyrat and the highly conspiratorious bodyguard known as Silent Fitz. My information network quickly brought me news of their departure. By that point, of course, rumors were already, proliferating. There we go.
Proliferating.
That Ariel,
yes.
had been sent into exile.
This is you trying to read right now. Your brain loading.
It's like, hold on, I'm getting through it. It's like I'm squeezing through the tunnel here. Give me a second.
I love it. It's good. Good stuff.
Have been
Content.
sent into exile. Clip this. Like there better be like a yearly. I swear there better be a yearly like me mispronunciating words in the streams. If there's not, I'm gonna be very disappointed in you.
I agree with Sky.
There's got to be a one of 2025.
You're definitely illiterate. It's canon now, says Sky. I love it. It's good stuff. All right, please continue.
I can act. I just can't read. There's a difference. I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player. You can't tell. Now you tell I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player. Actually, I have that as an excuse.
Convenient excuse.
I'm a Karibo player too.
Oh, God damn it. That's so much worse. All right.
I have a
Seems
video
about
of it.
right.
Really. I have
Please,
2 videos I can
please,
for Karibo. Anyway.
Please, I swear. Joel's going to end this stream before we get
I'm
done
trying.
with this,
Okay.
little piece. Oh, no.
By that point, of course, rumors were already proliferating that Ariel had been sent into exile after losing a power struggle in the royal court. And now, a few short weeks later, we had this new piece of heresy making the rounds. If the princess truly had been assassinated, the world had gotten around very quickly. It would be one thing if there was some witness who could name the perpetrators, but instead we had unknown assailants and an anonymous source. The fact that such a flimsy rumor was spreading around town so quickly seemed proof enough that it had been spread deliberately. As a professional excuse me. I need a sip of water. As a professional purveyor of accurate information.
Purveyor, yeah.
Purveyor, yeah. I think I stumbled that one, but
You said purveyor, but yeah, purveyor.
Purveyor, okay.
Purveyor, yeah.
Of accurate information. I was tempted to dig around and uncover the truth. However, the last thing I wanted to catch was the attention of whichever scheming noble was responsible for the situation. So I decided to keep myself in the dark on this one. However, a little while after the rumor of Ariel's death had begun to spread, a certain individual paid me a visit. This man knew of me and my reputation as a first-rate information broker, and I recognized him as a retainer of Pilmon Notus Greyrat. Pilmon?
Pilemon.
See, I almost was tempted to say Paimon there and just fuck it. It's Paimon Notus Greyrat. Leader of Princess
Oh, then we
Ariel's
really need to
faction
get Yui
among
in
the
here.
nobility.
Hey, Tenandale!
You can, all right, go ahead and clip that because it was intentional. It's not going to be clipped because I said to do it. It was intentional. It's the Shem one where it's like that one was on purpose. You did it. Yeah, I did that. Purpose.
God damn it. Hang on. I gotta
Pilemon,
fucking
notice Grey Rat.
Notos. Notos, not notice. You're not trying to get them to notice us.
Pilemon, notorious
Notorious
Grey Rat.
B.I.G. Grey Rat. Yeah.
You're making me slip up now. Anyway. Notice Grey Rat.
Notos!
Notos Grey Rat. Leader
There you
of
go.
Princess Ariel's faction among the nobility. His main role was to provide his lord with up-to-date intelligence. Of course, he came to me in disguise and gave me a false name. But he might as well not have bothered.
Yeah, there you go.
Seemed to
No
regard...
toes Grey Rat. That's
no toes.
Yeah, think he has no toes. Like he's just
no toes.
No toes on his feet.
Gotcha.
No toes feet. Yeah.
Gotcha.
No toes Grey Rat.
If I could get in here and like change certain spelling of words just for my own sake,
He has no toes, aka no foot fingers.
It's like, hold on, like I gotta like we need to verify whether or not this is affect nobility or right.
I love the alliteration of that. I'm saying foot fingers, man. No toes. That's you know why it's no toes because you don't give those away for free. You don't toes for free. No, come on, man.
Yeah, they just have web feet.
That's why they're nobles because 100% they only show their toes for money.
Oh, I thought they
or
were
it's like
nobles
that's how
because
you
they
tell
had
that they're
no bulls.
nobility.
They had no
Ooh.
bulls. No. You can't say that because technically Rudius is part of that royal lineage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Rudius has any bulls.
Yet.
Hmm. Yeah, and they'll come in, but they'll be a little
Dude, he already has
defective
several princesses after him. Just in like season 2 alone. No balls, no bulls. No, unfortunately.
No balls in the bowl.
No, my guy, unfortunately, very, very unfortunately, the royalty in this series, the nobles and shit. Oh, they make Rudius and his perverted ways look tame. Yeah.
So why are y'all talking about balls? I'm talking about bulls.
Yeah, well, no, not chat.
I'm talking about the
Sky
energy
said
drink
balls.
balls. What are you
Sky
talking
said
about?
balls. Yeah.
I said
Oh,
bulls.
you spell it BAWLS? Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm still
there's
like
a lot
I'm
of
still
stuff
baffled
that
by
the anime cut out that deserved to be cut out from the thing, but yeah, it's pretty bad. There is a moment where they do show like a noble like doing something with a girl there, and I'm like the girl's like supposedly his slave. I'm like, that girl just so yeah, you read the light novel. Good, you understand. I've read all 26 of the main story. I'm working on recollection soon.
Oh, you know what?
Well, but the anime showed one, and I'm like, guys, that girl's barely over 10, and he's doing despicable things to her. The nobles are fucking terrible. Anyway, continuing on with the no-toes Grey Rats.
Yeah, he seemed to regard me as a suspicious character at first, and spoke to me in a pretty condescending way. How dare. When I finally told him I knew exactly who he was, though he bowed his head to me and presented me with a job offer. Specifically, he wanted me to go to find out if Princess Ariel was really dead. That came as one hell of a surprise, honestly. I never would have guessed that Ariel's own allies had long lost all contact with her faction and didn't even know if she was safe. Even a clever boy like me can get a little bit bamboozled now and then. I had initially chosen to steer clear of this whole mess, but I decided to take the job anyway. Why, you might ask? Well, because the money was damn good, of course. It's all about the money.
It's all about the Pentiums, baby.
All about the Pentiums.
Wait a second.
Anyway.
Wait a second. Whoa. There's a Costco near me? I'm going shopping at Costco soon.
You could go buy everything in bulk now.
It's pretty damn worth.
Oh no, I'm aware. I am freaking aware. We used to
Mine
have
is
Sam's
over.
Club around here too.
Mine's like not over an hour away, but it's like probably like 45 minutes away, something like that. Sadly, but anyway, I started off by retracing Princess Ariel's steps. After leaving the capital, her party had traveled straight north in the direction of Oh God, why am I forgetting this name? Renoa. Thank you. I don't know why I couldn't even
Renoa.
think of it.
Yeah, it's like 14
Renoa.
minutes away. Hell yeah, dude.
Aw, cool, lucky. I'd consider the possibility that she fled in a totally different direction after spreading lies about enrolling at the University of Magic. But that didn't seem to be the case. As I followed Ariel's trail and gathered information, it soon became clear that a group of pursuers had been hounding her. Some people reported seeing suspicious black-clad characters right around the time the princess's party had passed through their town, and Ariel seemed to have lost an escort or two by the time she reached the next town along her route. This wasn't unexpected, though. If the trip had gone smoothly, her allies back home wouldn't have been frantically looking to get word of her safety. Despite losing one guard after another, Ariel nonetheless pushed steadily northward. With her, oh god, retinue. I don't know why I can't.
Do you need to look that up?
Question.
Do you need
What?
to look up
More
what
the
retinue means?
definition. What does that mean? What does retinue mean?
It's like a group of people.
Retinue? Why? Retinue?
Retinue, a group
Entourage,
of advisors, assistants,
escort.
and or other accompanying a person.
Retinue.
The rock star's retinue of security guards and personnel.
Can I just say entourage or escort?
No, you have to say
Novel?
retinue.
Retinue. Okay.
Retinue.
With her retinue reduced to 10, she finally reached the checkpoint at the northern border. This was a solid, well-guarded facility that pressed up against a large fortress just south of the valley, known as the Red Wine. Excuse me. Wines. Wive? Yeah, no, wines. Wines upper jaw. I'm thinking like wyverns.
Red worm. Red
worm. I'm thinking wyvern, but my brain wants to say wyvern.
My guy.
Like, that's not right.
My guy.
I don't know.
Red worm.
I don't. Red worm's upper jaw.
Sonic, you know what I think would be good for you? I think you need to play some RPG Maker RPGs. You know what I mean? Like go back to whatever it's called.
It definitely help you with the understanding of like fantasy words and stuff.
Yeah. You have to show me some after stream.
I don't know if I should show you any of the ones I know, because
God damn it, Sky Daddy, that's not fair.
Oof. Sky Daddy, we're trying to be nice. He is our friend, okay?
It is part of his charm, damn it.
It's okay, Sonic. The mean boys can't hurt you.
The
Damn.
big voice. Oh man, that's so sad.
It doesn't hurt me. It doesn't hurt me if I don't look at chat. So, anyway, here
Holy cats.
I was able to. What about holy cats?
Holy cats.
Oh,
I posted holy cats. Don't worry, I'm in your walls. What?
He's in the walls. He's in the
Hold on.
goddamn walls.
hold on. I need to do this because a friend made this for me.
I'll get you soon. And your little dog too.
Sonic Blue, if you happen to be watching this, there you go. He's a friend of mine. He made that for me.
What do you make? Wait,
Nice.
what happened?
was the
The
sound
Discord note. Yeah, sound clip.
Oh, I had it muted. Nobody heard it.
Of course.
Of course, you're no fun.
No, this area in this server, I have
That's fair.
soundboards muted specifically for that reason. No. Oh no.
Oh well, I tried. Anyway.
What?
here I
No,
was able
what
to
the
obtain a.
frick? Hang on, here. I'll do the thing. Gosh darn it. Okay.
Just so I could do it for 1 bit.
Go play it. Go play it.
All right. There we go.
There you go.
Sonic
right.
Blue, you're welcome.
Soundboard has been muted.
All right.
Vito, blah. Can't have shit. God damn it. All right, go ahead.
All right. One second. Okay. Here I was able to obtain a useful bit of eyewitness testimony from a man who remembered Ariel's arrival very clearly. Border Control Officer Smiley Gratlin's statement. Nah, I was in a lousy mood that day. I'm just kidding. I'm not doing that. Not that it was any different from any other day in that respect. After all, at the time, I felt my job was totally beneath me. What's my job exactly, you say? Well, it's mostly tedious busy work. I check the passes of travelers seeking to live Azuran territory. Sometimes I might search them or their belongings or contraband, or for contraband. But of course, the vast majority of those passing through this checkpoint are either adventurers, mercenaries, or merchants who want to do business up north for some strange reason. Most of the merchants have valid passes, and the adventurers are permitted to simply use their guild cards instead. Mercenary bands and first-rate travelers need to go through a formal inspection process before their passes can be issued. But that's not my job. I simply direct them to a different officer. And unless you're some sort of notorious criminal or something, you usually get your documents soon enough. We're not too strict about these things on this side of the checkpoint. Far more people want to enter Azura than leave it, after all. Technically, I'm also responsible for stopping criminals who try to cross the border using falsified documents, but the rough stuff isn't my department either. The soldiers deal with problems of that nature. As I said before, however, it typically isn't very hard to get a pass unless you're a major criminal. People of that ilk are typically on the wanted list rather than oh, no, that's right. Rather than risking visiting a checkpoint, they'll usually turn to smugglers to get them across the border. And of course, hunting down and eradicating smuggling rings isn't in my job description either. I found my work painfully dull and completely unrewarding. No matter how hard I tried, I knew I would never earn any recognition here. The thought of growing old in this place made me utterly miserable. That's what we call a dead-end job. How many people could relate to that whole paragraph there? It didn't help that I wasn't on the friendliest of terms with the soldiers who were essentially my coworkers. I regarded them as imbeciles, and they thought of me as a pathetic pansy with an oversized ego. The fact that our chains of command were completely separate only made things worse. I was a man who graduated from the prestigious aristocratic academy in the capital. My talents were clearly beyond wasting in this backwater. Oh, so I sincerely believed at the time. Princess Ariel's party arrived at about noon, as I recall. At first, all I saw was a luxurious two-seater carriage accompanied by 7 guards on foot. Counting the driver up front and the 2 potential passengers inside, it seemed to be a group of 10 in total. My initial thought was that an aristocrat was engaging in some sort of sightseeing expedition. However, this was the border of the kingdom. Beyond this checkpoint lays only the dangerous foreign lands known as the Northern Territories, plagued by snow and monsters. Nobles did sometimes pass on their way to far off places.
Snow and dangerous monsters, huh? Sounds like Florida on Wednesday.
Just an average hump day in
I hate
Florida.
how accurate that is.
How accurate that is. Yeah, really. Dude, they're going to have snow and meth gators. Florida's screwed.
We had some frost up here actually too today.
Yeah, Lady Chan's going to get hit with snow like tomorrow because she's in Houston. They're going to get freezing rain and then snow. All right. Yeah, pray for her. She's going to get Alaska? How are you? Alaska. No.
Okay, hang on. I actually lost. Beyond the check, blah, 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 blah.
With the drunk moose. Haruka?
Haruka's drunk right now? Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Isn't
with the
she
drunk
like
moose and the bear.
the seed of the earth or something? Like,
Dude, my favorite moment within any Resident Evil stuff is literally Henya playing Resident Evil 4 at the very, very beginning, coming across the dead deer that's been all like just mangled and everything, and going, Haruka, no! It's so funny. Oh. Every dead deer apparently reminds Henya of Haruka. So there we go. Sorry. Please continue.
oh, you're fine. I actually lost my place there for a second. Noble. Okay, Noble did sometime. Okay. Perhaps you could make do with less if you hired an elite band of adventurers, but this party didn't strike me as a group of battle-hardened warriors. All of them were dressed for the road, but some were clearly not accustomed to long journeys, and others looked rather scrawny for bodyguards. Perhaps it wasn't a sightseeing trip, then. Was it possible they had some business at this checkpoint itself? You can never discount the possibility of an incognito inspection of some high ranked lord. For the time being, I decided to proceed as usual. May I see your pass, please? Here you go. Thank you. The response to my inquiry came from a young man. Oh, wait, hang on. Here you go. I just realized that was not her. My bad. The response to my inquiry came from a young man standing at the very head of the group. He
my
was
guy?
remarkably handsome, even to my eyes,
My guy.
but there was
It's not inquiry, it's inquiry.
inquiry. Damn it!
Yeah.
Inquiry came from a young man standing at the very head of the group. He was remarkably handsome, even in my eyes, but there was clear signs of exhaustion on his face. In particular, the dark circles under his eyes stood out. It was at this moment that I first sensed there might be something odd going on here. There were no issues with the pass itself. It was a genuine document issued by the Kingdom of Missouri, stamped with a valid Notos family mark. I'm trying
There
to
you
remember
go.
no toes.
Good job. No toes. Hey, you
No
got
toes.
A,
I'll
you
get
got a
it.
mnemonic
I'll get it eventually.
No toes there. Yeah.
No toes. I'll probably forget about it next time I read, but oh well.
It's okay. Dude, it's part of the fun. We do this knowing. We know Sonic's going to do this. So it's like after 3 weeks of like strenuous reading from like myself, Shin,
everyone else,
and Moon, we get to Sonic and we're like, all right, everybody can just take it easy. We know we're just not gonna get very far, but it's okay. Like we have accepted it, and we're just like, all right, we're gonna help him out with words because that's gonna be our job.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be fun. And this whole thing is just meant to be fun. So like, yeah, we're not a replacement for the books, obviously. If you do
you're
get
welcome.
The books, if you do get the books on Bookwalker or Amazon, please leave a review for them. And hey, let them know we sent you. You know, we'd like a sponsorship. 1 chapter a month is a good reading pace. Oh, we with Mushoku Tensei, we tend to go a little bit faster than that. I promise.
It's like maybe chapter and a half, but I don't think we might reach 20 by the end of this year. Maybe.
Yeah. It's possible. I mean, I think
that's why I say maybe.
Well, it depends on how much Shim reads. Also true.
Man, a chapter a month? That reminds me of when we read Slime.
Dude, Slime took
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
If you don't know, we went all the way up to volume 16 of Slime.
And let me tell you, those fucking chapters are massive.
Yeah, they are.
I was jealous of those chapters, honestly.
Let's see,
Here's
volume
some
18
boys.
is what's out right now. We're waiting for Slime to get ahead. We're gonna finish Mushoku Tensei, then we're gonna finish reading Slime, and then we're gonna start the beginning after the end. That's fun.
Woo!
T-Bait's
I am excited
good.
for T-Bait.
Yes, so good, so good. There's
I have
11
expected
volumes
to-
out now. Apparently, 12 is supposed to be the last. So we'll see. We'll
All
see.
right. Let's see.
continue.
Everything was perfectly in order. I would normally have waved them through the gate without a second thought. But something about the handsome young man's face made me hesitate. I could have sworn I've seen it somewhere before. In hindsight, this was because he was Luke Notos Grey Rat, the famous guardian knight of Princess Ariel. I suppose I couldn't place him because I'd never seen him at such close range before. Too damn handsome in person. In any case, I made it a professional habit to detain anyone who seemed vaguely familiar to me. Most of the faces I'd recently committed to memory came from depictions of wanted criminals. After all, sorry, I did not turn the page right. After all, my apologies, but may I take a look at the inside of your carriage? At my words, a number of soldiers who'd been standing around the checkpoint moved to block off the exits. We weren't on the friendliest of terms, true, but they always performed their duties on time like these at times like these. Several of the guards around the carriage grew visibly tense at this development. I stiffened slightly myself, wondering if I really was dealing with some gang of bandits. The handsome young man shook his head slowly. Due to certain extraordinary circumstances, the passenger within must have complete privacy. There was no way that was gonna fly, of course. When I repeated my demand in somewhat harsher terms, the young man's face contorted into a bitter grimace. A number of his companions, the ones who seemed most accustomed to travel specifically, also glared at me and put their hands on the swords they carried. Their movements weren't as quick as those of master warriors, but I had the feeling they'd experienced their fair share of combat. In particular, the white haired, short statured boy who stood right behind the handsome leader was actually quite intimidating. The only weapon he carried was a small rod of the sort beginners use to to practice basic magic. But something about the way he held himself suggested that he was a truly lethal fighter with the wariness of a seasoned veteran. I suppose he must have been that Silent Fitz character. I don't think I'd ever been so frightened of a boy less than half my age. My experience told me that a group like this could cause significant harm to our garrison. Should I order the soldiers to seize them now, or was there some other option? As I hesitated, someone spoke from within the carriage. Stop this, Luke! It was a voice like gold. The sound of it turned my brain to mush. There was something almost hypnotic about it. I believe, in that moment, I truly wanted to listen to it forever. It was a voice I've heard once before, a voice I recognized. I heard it 10 years earlier, at my academy's graduation ceremony in the capital. At a certain uh, personage, as a certain personage offered a speech of congratulations to our valedictorian. Brief as that address had been, I had never forgotten it. Never. Back then, I think nearly every single graduate in that room had cursed themselves for not having studied harder. These men are simply being diligent in their duties. When the door of that carriage opened, I felt a great shiver run down my spine. I couldn't have forgotten her if I tried. I remembered clearly, even now, the young Prittness who attended our graduation ceremony as an honored guest. I remember the joy I felt at the prospect of serving her and serving this kingdom. I remembered how privileged I felt to be joining this proud country's ranks. I'll remember her until the day I die. My apology. Oh, sorry. I don't know who's talking, so I don't know what voice to do. My apologies, Your Highness. Even as a child, that gold-haired Prittness had been dazzlingly beautiful, and now she stood before me far lovelier than before. I went down to one knee instantly, without conscious thought. There was no doubt about it whatsoever. This was the second this was the second princess of the Kingdom of Azura. Ariel, oh god. I ain't need a mo. God, kill me. Help me, please. I need a photo right
I
here.
believe in you. I believe in you. Come on.
Uh, Anemone? Anemone? Azura?
Eh, close
I don't want to
enough.
say I don't want to say alimony, but
It's
my
not
brain's
alimony.
like, no. Okay.
You
Azura.
mean you
The
mean you mean Anemoy? Anemoy Asura?
Anemoy.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Anemori
Yeah.
Azura. Thank you.
To be fair,
The most
her name is difficult to pronounce.
Yes.
That's
okay,
not on
so
you.
that's not just
That's
me.
not
Okay.
just you. Okay, her name is fucking
Okay.
yeah. Ariel Anemoy Asura. Yeah,
Ariel Anemori Azura. The
sure.
most beloved member. The most beloved member of the royal family, who regularly appeared at events around the capital and advocated for its citizens. Many of the soldiers stationed here had likely at least caught a glimpse of her from a distance at some point in the past, but this was surely the first time any of us had seen her at such close range. There is no need for that. As I recall, there's a law that no one serving at a border post ever had to kneel in the course of their ordinary duties. I'm going to redo that because I fumbled that one a little bit. There's no need for that. As I recall, there is a law that no one serving at a border post ever has to kneel in the course of their ordinary duties. With those words, the princess stepped out of her carriage. Nearly all of the soldiers around us had followed my example and gone down to one knee. But
Fucking Revan.
Princess Ariel pointed out, bearing some sort of special circumstances, no one on duty here was ever expected to kneel. I don't know exactly why, but it's been that way for many, many years.
Fucking
Since starting at this place, I never kneel to anyone, no matter what their rank. This was also the first time I had seen any of the soldiers do so, and no one had ever rebuked or challenged us on that. But of course, the fact that it was required, or the fact that it wasn't required, didn't mean it was forbidden. We stayed as we were and bowed our heads towards Ariel. It simply felt like we ought to do so, or it simply felt like what we ought to do. Ought to do.
ought to do. Ought to do.
Ought to do.
HOTTOGO.
Princess Ariel, I feel it is my duty to ask. Why are you come to a border crossing such as this with such a small, hold on, retinue?
Yes. Congrats.
Yeah.
Thank you, Google pronunciations. One day I
Just
won't
keep
need
that
them,
tabbed.
maybe.
Keep that tab.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh no, it's there. It's there. We've had to deal with it enough. I feel like it's warranted. Okay.
Yeah.
You weren't-
Sky, congratulations! You finally did it.
You weren't told anything in advance? No, I wasn't, Princess Air. I was not told what words I'd have to worry about in advance. But thank you
God
for asking.
Fucking damn it, dude.
I knew there had to be something strange going on here, of course. And when I searched my memory based on what Ariel had said, an event from about a month before this flashed through my mind. Excuse me. Ugh, now I'm the one burping. The individual in overall command of this checkpoint was not myself, of course, nor was it my direct superior, the senior border control officer. It was a noble who also served as the mayor of a nearby town, the closest place where travelers could find lodgings. The man could go months without showing his face here, but he'd ride over to give us a few orders when he felt the need. On his last visit, he told us, "Within the next few months, a certain very noble personage may pass us a visit here." Based on the phrase noble personage, I'd imagine, and this would involve dozens of carriages surrounded by swarms of attendants. So I hadn't even remembered the incident until I actually saw the princess. I was told that a very noble personage might be coming, yes. And was that all you were told? Her question brought my memory of that moment into clear focus. The man had, in fact, continued. This personage will most likely be seeking to cross the border and flee to the north. However, you mustn't allow this. Find a reason to hold her party back and keep them waiting in town for several days. I had been ordered not to let her through, to stop her here. In other words, to ensure her death. This wasn't the first time we received an order of this sort. It was relatively common for nobles who blundered badly in the capital to try to flee north, and in such cases, the commander would give us similar directions. Sometimes we were told to let them through, and they'd make it safely to the north, but sometimes we were told to delay them for a while, and they would inevitably go missing in the forest just past the border. I was born and raised in the capital, but I'm a commoner by birth. I know precious little about the royal court and its factions, of course. I'm aware that the nobility as a whole is constantly embroiled in vicious struggles for power. I could tell that my superior wasn't dooming certain fugitives in exchange for money, much less at random. Those who live no doubt belonging to his faction of the aristocrat, or crazy, almost crazy. Oops. Aristocary. Am I saying that right? I'm making sure I'm saying that one right. Hold on.
Okay. Where? What?
Aristocary? That's not right. Not aristocary.
Aristocracy.
Those who live. Aristocracy. Thank you. God.
I'm so glad I could just. It's okay, guys. It's okay, guys. I speak.
Why do you?
I speak Sonic. I can translate for this.
Aristocary.
Aristocracy.
Damn it! Aristocracy. Okay. Those who live, no doubt belonging to his faction of the aristocracy,
Oh
while
my
those
God,
who
I'm
died were
crying.
loyal to his enemies. This lovely young princess had lost a fight against the allies of my superior, and was now on the run. That seemed the most likely possibility by far. What's the matter? Answer me. For a moment, I was lost in thought. It would be easy enough to smile brightly and reply, "No, I was simply told to treat you as with the utmost courtesy. However, there appears to be some slight irregularities with your past. It might take irregularities with your past. It might take a little time to sort out this. So, could you please come
Sort
back
this
tomorrow?
out, not sort out this. Sort this out.
Sort this out. So, could you please come back tomorrow?" That's how I'd always done this in the past. Finding some minor detail to justify delaying her wouldn't pose me any difficulty. But at the same time, I wondered if that was what I ought to do. What was the purpose of the work I did here at this dull border posting? I felt I certainly wasn't serving my country in any appreciable way. The very idea was preposterous. Not once in all the time I spent on the jobs had such a thought even crossed my mind. And yet, for all my cynicism,
God fucking damn it.
there
Not you. You're fine. You did it right. You
okay.
You said the word
Okay.
right. That was a reaction.
What
to
is
something.
chat saying? Are they saying mean things about me again?
Sonic's reading skills is like someone rolled a nat 1 and then tried to read ancient scripts.
Damn.
I don't read ancient scripts. That's the thing.
No, that's what they're saying. They're comparing you to somebody who rolled a nat 1 and then tried to read ancient scripts. I'm like,
Joke's
dude,
on
that's
you.
the
I
most
also don't
harsh
play
thing.
D&D.
Maybe you should.
It
I
would
actually
help.
wish I.
You'd learn how to say the word worm.
Well,
And
it was
know that a
either
worm-
doing that.
And know that a worm is basically like a younger, less evolved dragon.
I thought that was wyvern, but maybe that's a different species.
No,
now I'm thinking
worm,
about it.
then wyvern,
It's a different
then
kind of dragon.
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, funny enough, I actually was about to start a D&D campaign, but then the solo leveling thing.
I tell you
popped
what.
up for those readings.
I tell you what. A worm, best way, easiest way to think about it. A worm is like a larval form of dragon evolution. There you go. It's not
but,
it's
well,
not
I guess with the
accurate, but
wings.
it's the easiest way to explain it. It's like
Yeah.
yeah, worms saying that worm is larval form of dragon is dragon for dummies kind of thing.
Yeah.
Please continue. God damn.
There had been
goodness.
one solitary moment in my life when I felt some genuine patriotic zeal.
I swear to
As
God. I swear to God, chat, if you're being this mean to Sonic, you better be really fucking appreciative of Shem. Like, I want the complete opposite reaction when Shem comes in.
You better be nice to me when episode 2 comes out. I want likes, comments, and all that stuff. I want all to be
guys,
nice too.
guys,
Get all the
when
good stuff
episode
out
2
here.
when episode 2 of Data Live comes up, you have to immediately go like it because the illiterate person wrote it. God damn it. I'm trying to stick up for you, but like at the same time.
If we don't get to Joel Stream, it's on you. I'm just saying.
No,
Anyway,
it's not on me.
as I told you earlier,
Sonic's
that
getting
was
special
at my
treatment.
graduation ceremony.
I will be fair. How dare? What?
When I first laid eyes on Princess Ariel on that day, I truly thought of myself as one small part of a proud, great country. The thought of serving it and her had brought me joy.
Sky, you better be back next week. I'm looking for your name, buddy.
I'm tracking your IP address
I
right
want
now.
chat. I want chat to be this Fargan active next week. Yes, I said Fargan. Anybody that has seen Johnny Dangerously knows where that came from. Can't leave it alone. I am never fair. I am an asshole. Yeah, that's true, Revan. That's true. But you guys better come back on next Monday and be just as active in chat. I need this. We never get chat this active. It's fun, actually. We won't get very far, but it'll be fun.
It's about the destination, about the journey we take.
Yeah.
All right.
By the way, if we get
Now
to
that
9:45 and you haven't broken through the 70s, I'm handing it to... oh, no, you've
That's
already
fair.
broken through the 70s. Okay, thank God. Go for it.
Yeah. Now that I recalled those feelings, I had to ask myself, was I really willing to step back and leave this young princess to her fate?
Yes.
The answer was immediate and decisive. But okay, yeah, here we go.
Yeah,
I
totally
felt no
gonna do
need-
it. Yep, no, that's it.
No, fuck it, go do it. I felt no a need to hesitate. I was told to stop I was told to stop that noble personage here and ensure they spent several days waiting at the nearby town. All of the princess's guards reacted visibly to these words, but Ariel herself remained totally calm and unperturbed. I see. What do you intend to do then? Nothing in particular. You're not going to carry out your orders? No matter how strange they may be, ignoring them could get your head chopped off. I couldn't help but chuckle softly at the bluntness of her words. My orders, miss? Not sure what you're talking about. I never heard of any very noble personage heading to a foreign country with a single shabby cart and fewer than 10 guards. Oh? At the moment, and I'm just dealing with a rather pompous young lady whose name I don't even know. Would you mind telling me who you are, incidentally? Princess Ariel laughed at what sounded like genuine amusement. Perhaps she was enjoying this farce nearly as much as I was. Okay, here's another name. I am Ariel Kanalusa. Hope I'm saying that right. The
What
only
was it?
child, Kanalusa?
What?
Appaloosa.
Oh my God.
Only
I
my
don't.
brownie friends will get that reference.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure specifically where he's at the moment.
You're not
I
following
lost
the-
track a while ago.
I looked away for like half a second, and I have no idea where you're at. What was the sentence? What was the sentence?
I am like, perhaps she was enjoying this forest nearly as much as I was.
Perhaps she wasn't or perhaps she was enjoying this forest nearly as much as I was. Do we get to? I couldn't help but chuckle softly at the bluntness of her words.
Yeah, we're
Yep,
past that. I
that's
think.
the one.
Okay, cool. My orders, miss. Not sure. A horse, cat, fewer than the guards, and I'm just dealing with a rather
Catalyze.
pompous young lady whose name I don't even know. Why would you mind telling me who you are? Incidentally, Princess Ariel left. Oh, Ariel Canalusa. Yeah, it's a name. It's okay.
Yeah, it's a Canalusa, the only child of a low-rank noble, as it happens.
Yeah.
Very well then, Miss Canalusa. What brings you to the north? I'm traveling to Renoa to enroll in the University of Magic. Is that so? Well, I have no issues with your pass, so please move on through. Safe travels to you. Thank you. With a small, graceful, and unmistakable royal bow, Princess Ariel stepped back into her carriage. The driver got on the horses moving immediately, and her guards hurried alongside, looking somewhat nonplussed. Now then, who's next in line? As these words left my mouth, as these words left my mouth, I realized that a number of eyes were now fixed on me. In fact, virtually every soldier in the area was looking my way. I found myself wondering if I'd been too hasty about this. All these men were faithful to their duties. They weren't like me. They were dim-witted fighters who'd been trained in the capital to obey orders absolutely, without so much as a second thought. While they were technically under my command at this checkpoint, at the end of the day, I belonged to a completely different department. It was perfectly possible that in their own superior, or it was perfectly possible that their own superiors had directly ordered them not to let Ariel pass, though.
Through.
In this case, yeah, pass through. Sorry. In that case, my disobedient.
Yeah, no, you're good. Go ahead.
Yeah. In any case, my disobedience would have consequences for them as well, since Princess Ariel was such a high priority target. It wouldn't be at all surprising if their officers had sent word to the file and rank that she might be coming. I steeled myself as best I could. It seemed plausible that these men would beat me black and blue before exposing what I had done. It had been my unelated
What the fuck are you doing?
I don't
Unilateral decision.
Unilateral. Good
Unilateral.
Lord. I'm thinking like, yeah, I should have said
No, unilateral.
Unilateral, yeah.
Did you say unilateral? Unilateral.
Unilateral.
There you go.
It had been my unilateral decision to let the girl through, after all. As I bit my lip, one of the men slowly approached me. This was the captain of all the soldiers in the courtyard. His shoulders were, by the way, roughly 3 times broader than mine. He lifted his hand, wide and heavy as a frying pan, and then smacked it against my back. I staggered forward, but much to my surprise, there was barely any pain at it. Nice work, buddy! The moment their captain spoke those words, the other soldiers lifted their fists in the air and roared with approval. A few of them actually cheered for me. Huh.
Yeah.
While I only learned this later, practically all the soldiers working this checkpoint are loyal fans of Princess Ariel. It seems she made a habit of showing up at military graduation ceremonies as well. Most of them had only heard her say a few brief words before this, but I'm hardly any different in that respect. I could understand exactly how they felt. Permission to speak freely, Officer Gatlin? We've all been losing our damn minds from frustration since they dumped us out here. But you just put us in a good mood for the first time in ages. Ain't that right, boys? Hell yeah! Come to the tavern in town tonight, all right? I'm buying. As the captain thumped me on the back again, I felt a particular feeling wash over me. So, not laughing, though, like some other people might be. But up until a few minutes ago, I've been thinking of these people as different from me on some fundamental level, you know? I've convinced myself that they were a pack of crude, unschooled thugs, not loyal subjects of the royal family. But that wasn't the case at all. Just like me, they've been dumped out here in the middle of nowhere and directed to obey some miserable bastard. Just like me, they've been chaffed in their ears. And after I realized this, strangely enough, I actually started to feel some pride in my work. Ever since that day, I've been on good terms with the soldiers here, and my job had brought me actual pleasure. It's all thanks to Princess Ariel, without a doubt. Simply by gracing this checkpoint with her presence, she made it a far happier place. After all, Officer Gatlin went after this, Officer Gatlin went on a long monologue about the depth of his adoration for Princess Ariel.
Adoration.
Yeah, that was.
Oh,
that was
adoration
really
for
nice.
yeah, it's
What the fuck is
italicized. So I can't
adoration?
Adorable shin.
No,
He's
adoration.
so adorable. Anyway,
No.
this is back to the other. After this, Officer Gatlin went on a long monologue about the depths of her adoration for Princess Ariel, which I opted to omit. I mean, we're already running into like 1 more hour left as is of this stream, so we gotta keep going. Now then, as much as I enjoyed hearing Officer Gatlin praise Princess Ariel to the high heavens, it wasn't the exact reason I was talking to him. Did a group of black-clad men pass through this checkpoint in pursuit of her? At this question, the man's expression took a sudden turn for the gloomy. They weren't exactly in pursuit of her, I believe. What do you mean? A group of suspicious characters passed through the checkpoint maybe 3 days before Princess Ariel arrived. I was not on duty at the time and only learned about them later. This was interesting. If Ariel's enemies had crossed the border first, they were likely waiting to ambush her as she left the country. Had I known, I could at least have warned her, but at this point, I could only pray for her safety. I see. Thank you very much. Officer Gatlin clearly hadn't heard the rumor that the princess was already dead. It did seem like the story had originated within the capital. However, this alone wasn't sufficient to tell me if Ariel was alive or dead. I chose to keep gathering information. What I had at the moment felt short of what I needed to complete this job. I started with the other officers at the checkpoint and tried a few of the soldiers as well. Then I headed to the nearby town and tried to find people who looked like they crossed the border regularly. I needed to know what happened to Ariel on the other side of that wall. Had she made it through the forest in one piece? Or had she died there, as the rumors claimed? I ran all around town looking for someone who could give me the answer, and eventually found myself a certain young merchant with a story to tell. Bruno, the merchant's statement.
We don't talk about him.
We're literally about to talk about him right now. What do you mean?
No, we don't talk about Bruno. No. We don't talk about Bruno.
Well, I guess we'll just skip this part of the book now. That
All right, there we
that
go.
day-
Show's over, guys.
But see you all at Porcelain Maids.
Bye.
I hope they're still going. Yeah, I think they are.
Okay.
You cannot. The Kermit voice is inevitable. You cannot escape Kermit.
Yes, as well as the Palpy from the Valley voice.
No!
Maybe I'll make him do this guy.
You know
That
what?
day
I did hand some reading over to other people. I may take over just to finish this up.
Do you want to do that now then?
All right, 289, and we're at 274. We're at now then. As much as I enjoyed hearing Officer Gatlin
This is a different
praise-
person's statement.
Yeah. So
That day
that's-
I was busy bringing my wares south.
okay.
of-
Bruno
to
the merchant
Azura.
said. Okay.
Yeah.
That day, I was busy bringing my wares south to Asura. Just like always, I'd come down through the red worm's upper jaw and was following the single road that runs through the worm's whiskers. Huh? Oh, right. Yeah, that's what everyone around here calls the forest up north. I don't know who came up with it, though. So anyway, I was bringing down a load of, can't really remember what it was. Probably some pelts you can only get up there in the northern territories, I guess. What? No, it was just me. Guards? Do I look like I've got the money to hire guards? I'm pretty decent in a fight myself, you know. Spent some time training in the sword's sanctum once upon a time, as it happens. What were we talking about again? Right. I was coming down through the worm's whiskers. It was just me and my buddy Robinson. You want to know where he is? Out in the stables. They don't serve donkeys in here, I'm afraid. Anyway, the two of us were making decent time. I was in a good mood, as I recall. Business was going smoothly, and I'd almost saved up enough dosh to buy myself a cart. Even those little ones for donkeys let you move a lot more stuff at once, you know. That was real exciting. That was a real exciting prospect. I like that because this character is so ADHD. He's basically me. He keeps getting off topic. But then I heard the sound of clashing metal coming from somewhere up ahead, and my mood sank real fast. It wasn't just the sound. I could smell something fishy in the air. I've been making my living as a solo merchant for a while, right? I've got a damn good nose for danger by now. It's always best to steer well clear of trouble, of course, but like I said, there's only one path through the whiskers. And I couldn't turn back. I decided to head out into the woods with Robinson and slip by along the side of the road. I know it would be smarter to just leave the donkey behind, but Robinson's my beloved business partner, right? Couldn't risk him getting eaten by a monster or something. So anyway, me and him started moving along through the forest, making sure we stayed hidden. The sound of clashing metal got louder as we went, and I could make out people shouting, too. Robinson was a little freaked out, but he had me with him, so he stayed nice and quiet. I am giving this guy way too good of an accent for the words that he's using. Okay. All right, so the two of us have been through thick and thin together, you know. What's that? Enough about the donkey. Just tell what you saw. Man, you're one impatient guy. But sure, whatever. When I peeked out of the side from behind the undergrowth, the first thing I noticed was a carriage. It wasn't that big as carriages go. Probably carried 3 people. If you counted the driver out front, most ones that size only take 1 horse, but there were 2 hitched to this one, so it was probably a custom-built number. Oh, you're wondering why I'm so knowledgeable about this stuff? Well, I've been trying to decide what cart to buy for my donkey, right? The carriage dealer gave me the rundown on his whole line, and okay, all right, you don't have to glare at me like that, man. I'll get back on topic. You said donkey way too much to not do a Shrek. No, I am not doing a Shrek voice. Anyway, I realized immediately that this carriage had been attacked. I mean, it was lying on its side in the dirt, and some guys who looked like guards were fighting a bunch of other guys in black clothes. By the time I got there, it was 7 of the boys in black facing off against 4 guards. 2 guards, or maybe servants, were already lying on the ground. Oh, and there were also 4 girls huddled up together by the carriage, trembling something fierce. They were probably the targets of the attack. You can chant all you want, it's not going to happen. The black clothes guys had the numbers, but it didn't look like they were at a huge advantage or anything. Way more of them were lying in the dirt, after all. There must have been a dozen of them down already.
I was kind of flabbergasted, actually. Wonder what kind of morons had sent a bunch of clumsy amateurs to do a job like this. I had the wrong idea, though. When I looked a little more carefully, I realized the guys in black weren't bad at all. If anything, they were more skilled than the guards. In a clean one-on-one sword fight, those guys would have won every single time. Huh? You want to know how I could tell? Try paying more attention. Like I said, I'm a better swordsman than you might think. When I see someone fighting, I can tell how strong they are. Anyway, this all struck me as awfully strange, so I ended up stopping to watch the battle. And after a few seconds, I realized this one guy on the guard side was seriously slick. There was a kid with white hair, right? Pretty scrawny, and his only weapon was a beginner's magic rod. But for some reason, he was on a totally different level from the rest. Back in the Sword Sanctum, I saw a few guys who were on their way to becoming sword saints or kings, and let me tell you, it felt like they moved 10 times slower It felt like time moved 10 times slower for them. They weren't just quick on their feet. They could make snap judgments in the blink of an eye. This kid wasn't quite that good, but I could tell right away that his battlefield awareness was absolutely top class. Whenever one of his buddies was in danger, he'd send a spell flying at the perfect moment and save their butt.
I'm not doing menu voice either, you assholes.
Anyway, the guy was mostly just using beginner tier spells too. I think he must have been carefully preserving his mana. He was just putting in some seriously godly work, man. Your average magician couldn't have pulled this off in a million years. You'd have to be very well trained in a specific way to manage anything of the sort. From where I was, I couldn't hear him doing any chanting either. I think it's possible he was a silent spellcasting, you know? Using magic without the incantations. Never seen it before myself, but I guess there are people out there who can pull it off.
With the you will forever associate this guy with the Shrek voice, dude. How dare?
All right. Anyway, it was impressive stuff, but I think the guys in black had adapted to his style after seeing him mow down half their team. And on top of that, it looked as if the guards were pretty damn bushed. The fight was more even than it seemed at first glance. In other words, it felt like it was close enough that if a single man on the either side went down, that would pretty much decide things. Overall, though, I guess the guys in black were a bit more coordinated. All of a sudden, they changed up their whole strategy. I'm guessing they must have signaled to each other beforehand, but I sure didn't notice. Up till that point, they'd been going with a straightforward 2-on-1 approach against the 3 frontline guards, with their extra man acting as a roaming wild card. And wild card. Anyway, now all 7 of them peeled off and made a beeline for the white-haired girl. The 3 swordsmen couldn't react in time, but the kid could. Somehow keeping his focus, he instantly set off a wide-range spell that took out 2 of them at once. At that point, the guys in black scattered. 2 of them kept heading for the white-haired boy, and the other 3 rushed right at the girls over by the carriage. They found the opportunity they needed to break through the guard's line. The white-haired maid still managed to react. Without even looking at the 2 assassins bearing down on him, he whipped his wand out at the ones going after the women. Unbelievable, right? Normally, you'd be more worried about the guys about to kill you. In the next instant, a whole bunch of things happened at once. First, the white-haired kid let off a nasty spell that killed 2 of the assassins charging at the girls. Second, 2 of the guards rushed in to intercept the 2 guys in black who were coming for the kid. All 4 of them went down together, and finally, the last of the men in black pulled one of the frozen, trembling girls from the group and cut her pretty little head off. Just a moment too late, the last of the swordsmen stabbed him from behind. Proudly holding up the severed head of his victim, the man died with a look of satisfaction on his face. I'm guessing that must have been the young lady who the guards had been fighting so hard to protect. The 5 survivors just stood there in silence, totally stunned. Understandable, right? I mean, they'd lost most of their pals and the girl they were trying to defend. Now that the show was over, I quietly moved along through the woods. There was a chance the smell of blood might draw some monsters to the area. For one thing, and I didn't really want to deal with them asking me for help, Robinson and I made ourselves scarce in no time. That was all there was to Bruno's story. In combination with what I'd learned from Officer
Now you can
Gatling,
do the British voice.
it seemed Princess Ariel had passed safely through the checkpoint, only to be ambushed in the woods just north of it, where the assassins took her life during a vicious battle. The rumors were true after all, just as the nobles of her faction had feared. Ariel was dead. Still, there were a few mysteries remaining. For example, what had become of the survivors? From what Bruno told me, 5 members of the party had made it through that fight. The status of Luke Notice Greyrat was unclear, but at the very least, Silent Fitz was still alive. That guy really stood out in a crowd, and I hadn't heard a single word about him heading back home to the capital. There was a chance he'd taken some roundabout route instead of the one I followed here, but that still would have entailed crossing back over the border first. Nobody at the checkpoint had mentioned him returning, so I had to think he'd kept on moving north instead. That didn't strike me as too strange, though. It would take some guts to slink back home in disgrace after letting Princess Ariel get killed. Maybe he'd decided it was smarter to flee to the northern territories. Instead, it would have been hard to find out if that was what happened if I crossed the border and headed up there for a while, of course, but sadly my field of expertise is anything that takes place inside Osra's borders. I don't deal with international affairs. Besides, my job here was to determine the whereabouts of Second Princess Ariel Anamoy Osra. Her guards were outside the scope of my assignment, so I decided to head back to the royal capital. I'm a city boy at heart, you know. I'm never too comfortable out in the sticks. Still, I did manage to buy some rare booze from the Northern Territories off my new buddy Bruno. Once this job was all wrapped up, I was going to have myself a little party. You should have seen the look on the face of Pilemon's man when I reported my findings. It felt kind of good seeing a man who dealt in information way above my pay grade go white as a ghost over a few facts I'd scraped together. Anyway, the case was officially closed, and I got my pay in full. I decided to have myself a nice celebratory dinner to savor my pile of cash, the booze I'd bought from Bruno, and the money of my client's face. And the memory of my client's face. I'd headed over to my favorite bar, ordered some light food, and sat down to relax in my usual spot. You had a real good view of the whole place from here. It was basically my personal table at this point. When I focused carefully, I could hear every conversation taking place in here at once. This was one of the more useful of my many skills. If you want to make it as a top-class information broker, you can't let any tidbits of news slip past you. So, I heard there was a rumor going round that Princess Ariel got killed up north, huh? Yeah, it's a real shame. I was a big fan. Come on, don't tell me you believe that crap. I mean, it's not like I want to, but Someone was talking about the topic of the hour, so I glanced in the direction. A sturdy-looking guy was drinking with a significantly older man. Clearly, neither of them knew the truth. They were just clueless puppets dancing whichever way the latest rumors pulled them. The thought put me in an even better mood. Sometimes it feels really good to be a man who's in the know. Look, I'm stationed at the checkpoint up by the border, you know? Of course I know that, Uncle. You just hit 20 years on the job, right? That's why they gave you this extended leave. What a know-it-all. Do you know what I'd do at that checkpoint, too? No. The topic seemed to be drifting from Ariel, so I found myself losing interest. I could see the barkeep putting the finishing touches on my order. The case was closed anyway, right? My next job was to find the best way to enjoy this booze. I work up on the lookout tower. Well, now he'd gone and gotten me interested again. At the very top of the checkpoint, we've got this magic implement that lets us see real far. We use it to keep an eye on the far side of the forest to the north, right? I'm the man in charge up there. No kidding. Anyway, word got around real quick after Princess Ariel went through the gates down below. All of my boys on the lookout crew were dying to at least get a glimpse of her. So we stared out there until our eyes were bloodshot. So what happened? Did you see her exiting the forest? Sure did. It was Princess Ariel. No doubt about it. This can't be right. I thought to myself. Was this old soldier lying? Could Bruno have lied for some reason? It didn't seem likely, but it was possible. Bruno had gotten the wrong idea. Maybe the girl that last assassin had killed wasn't really Princess Ariel. From what I'd heard, the Osran royal family owed some fancy magic implements that could turn someone into a perfect body double. She'd likely used one to survive the attack. I jumped to the wrong conclusion. I delivered faulty information. This was not good. I needed to get firm confirmation of this story, then tell my client the truth. Enjoy, bud. The barkeep dropped my food off at the table. There was my plate of steaming hot grub in front of me, and next to it, a bottle of rare booze you almost never saw in Oz. Ah, to hell with it. I'd half risen from my seat, but chose to plop back down into it. If the princess was actually alive and enrolled at the Renoa University of Magic, the truth would get around sooner or later. The last thing I needed was some stuck-up noble asking me for a refund. So I'd just have to leave the capital in a bit. Seriously, though, who would have thought the lookouts in that tower could have seen her from that distance? Even a clever boy like me overlooks a few things now and again, I guess. In the end, the information broker known as Gustav provided his client with misleading information. As a direct result, Paimon Notos Greyrat, the former member of the Ariel faction, was compelled to make a painful choice that left him in something of a predicament. But that's a story for a much later time. Okay, yeah,
Stay
that's
tuned.
The end. That's the end.
We did it!
We did it!
Yay!
And I got to use voices too. Yay!
Yay! I didn't get to use the Palpy from the Valley voice this time. But oh well, no.
All right, and Sky, I just need you to know, ogres are like layers. Ogres like onions. We have layers. There you go. Ah! There, I did it. You don't care.
You know what I realized? I realized with this one in particular, I should have played the investigator, and then you and Moon should have played like Bruno and Gelton.
We don't talk about Bruno. I told you this one little bit would take us the rest of it, and sure enough, I'm so glad I was right. All right, so next week we will be starting with Volume 6 of Mushoku Tensei. That will pick up with Sharon Kingdom, which is the area where Rudius saves his sister, and
the maid, and then it finishes all the way up to returning to Renoa, Orsted. All that stuff is in this next book. So let's get excited for that. I'm going to refresh the page just to make sure that Joel is still streaming. Joel is still streaming.
No, he is.
Good.
He's
good,
on his
good.
4th game now.
He's on his 4th game. Good to know.
Yeah, he's
All
doing
right.
what apparently is called like a
Potluck.
porcelain potluck.
Yeah. He plays a bunch of indie games. Volume 6 is a banger and a half. No, I agree. Also, there's a lot more context to the end of Volume 6 than there was to the end of Season 1 when you go to the light novels. There's quite a bit more context. Like, dude, the anime people, I think it was on purpose that they, like, changed it around and made it seem, like more. I think they were trying to just straight up try to make them seem like she was just done with him entirely. Reading comprehension raid is your suggestion for raid message? No, we can't do a reading. It's a dog pile raid. It's a dog pile raid for Fat Dog. We got to do a dog pile raid. All right. Cause I'm liking that. Normally we would raid Yui, but with Joel on, we're gonna Yui. It's fun to raid Yui because she calls us Gat Dog Studios. But yeah,
She's just eating Lay's potato chips right now for the look of it.
is she?
Truffle ones, really.
All right, so we're gonna do a dog pile raid. So let's go show Joel some love, especially because Joel's gonna be recording with us tomorrow. Dog pile can't read. No, you've picked on Sonic enough. All right. That being said, it is time for the shilling. It is time. A shilling is happening. So let's shill. Moon, tell everybody your Twitch channel.
I am Moonlight Sparks. I am currently streaming Resident Evil on Tuesdays. I've just got 2 more playthroughs of Resident Evil 6, and I can move on to 7. It'll be so nice. And Thursdays, I'll usually do like small, like 1 or 2 hour streams just for funsies before I go do other things. And I also stream, random stuff at random times, just depending on when the mood takes me.
And Sonic, your channel?
Mine is Snuggle Velocity, and I will be streaming. Excuse me. I will be streaming Mario Party Jamboree with my good friend Sonic
Great,
Blue,
goddammit.
CC Moonstar, and I believe I don't actually remember it, Chaotic Alex
Gotcha.
tomorrow because he finally got Jamboree, and we're
Yay.
doing more of the Superstar Legacy streams. Yay, they're back finally.
Yay! All right, I am found over at Richie Roberts 16. I stream when I want to or when I need the money. that's kind of where we're at right now. I am thinking about streaming Star Wars Jedi Survivor, the sequel to Jedi Fallen Order. Though I did get Fallen
played a little
Order
bit
to
of
work
it.
again. I finally got Fallen Order to work, so I may do a new game plus of that, and then do Survivor. Do a new game plus of Survivor.
I'd probably do that.
Yeah,
That's what
those
I
are
would do.
good. Those are good. Like I love both of those games. I just have to get
I
back.
need to get back
into
to Survivor.
Everybody's just gonna have to deal with the fact that I'm playing with a handicap. Like literally, I'm playing PC games with a PS5 controller because my brain cannot process mouse and keyboard, and my carpal tunnel makes it even worse. So yeah, that is the only sign of my age at this point is that I cannot unlearn controller so I can learn mouse and keyboard. I am one of those. I am sorry. I know that when it comes to first-person shooters, the mouse is way more accurate. I know. However,
But this is not a
However,
first-person
comma.
shooter you're talking about
yeah,
here.
yeah. No, it's not. It's not. And I'm just I grew up in
It's
the
a pseudo
controller generation.
Souls-like.
I grew up in the controller generation, and by the time
Mhm.
I got on PC, it was way, way too late. No, you can teach an old dog new tricks. You just can't. You can't make an old dog unlearn certain things in order to learn.
You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
But I can drown that sumbitch. All right. That being said, though, guys, we're gonna go raid Joel. Thank you guys so much. Let's do a dog pile raid. We're just
There's
waiting
a
on the
skeleton
countdowns.
flipping him off right now.
I
It's
know,
kinda
I
funny.
know, it's great. It looks like a Terminator is flipping him off. All right, here we go, guys.
us on as we
Yeah, the T-1000, oh no.
All right, here we go. Bye, guys.
Bye.